What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to FudgeMuppet. My name is Scott, and today we have a Cyberpunk 2077 build for you guys. Now, on a slightly more somber note, Cyberpunk 2077 doesn't provide a lot of role-playing options in terms of choices or sort of character personality type things, and your character is given a backstory itself for the most part, so we're left with a mostly statistical playstyle oriented build video. So unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that, but there are plenty of cool options in regards to playstyle, and this one in particular I think is super rewarding. This is the ultimate poison hacker build, a Neurotoxin Netrunner, the silent assassin without having to lift a finger. This build uses a vast combination of quick hacks to control the environment and eliminate your enemies without having to even touch them. The signature move of this build, however, is most definitely the quick hack called Contagion. This quick hack applies poison to the target that spreads to 2 targets within an 8-meter radius, but with some amazing perks, the duration, number of spreads, and spread distance is greatly increased, as well as the just general damage, and what we end up with is an advanced build that can pick a single target, apply Contagion, and then watch a whole building of enemies be cleared in an instant. And let's say you don't manage to quite kill everyone, you still have a vast range of quick hacks to apply and kill those tough enemies who survived the toxic assault. So let's get started with character creation. The 2 main stats for this character are intelligence and cool, with a much more important focus on intelligence until later on. So when I start this character, I want to put 3-point investment into both intelligence and cool, bringing them to 6, and then honestly the final point can be spent in any of the remaining attributes. At the beginning, we may use some weapons, but as you become an accomplished hacker, you can actually fight almost entirely without the use of any guns, blades, or fists. So increases to intelligence will per level increase cyberdeck RAM capacity by 4%, quick hack damage by 0.5%, and quick hack duration by 1%, so it's easy to see why this is the most important stat for a hacker. To be honest, you are just best spending levels 1 through 15 just getting intelligence to 20, and then focus on cool afterwards. Now, the cool stat increases crit damage by 2%, stealth damage by 10%, resistances by 1%, reduces enemy detection rate, and also increases the monowire damage by 3 per level. Now, the main reason we get cool is for the bonuses to stealth, and also the very powerful Cold Blood skill tree, which will really take the hacking to the next level. Cool just has some fantastic perks that make this build super special. So, in terms of gear, to be honest, you can use whatever weapons and armor you like. The way gear works in Cyberpunk is that it is leveled, and you're kind of always swapping in and out better stuff, so it's kind of hard to give you an exact staple aesthetic or look, because you're constantly having to find new and better things and equip those. So whether that's some new crop tops or jeans or, you know, a cool goggles or a funny hat, like, you're just going to use what's best. But what is very important and is a little bit more structured is how the cyberware works. Now, there are some very important pieces here for the build, and there is one thing you absolutely need to prioritize as a hacker, and this is your cyber deck. A better cyber deck gives you more quick hack slots to use, it gives you more RAM, which is essentially like your mana or magicka bar, and it also provides various other hacking related bonuses. Always prioritize getting the best cyber deck possible. It's where your cash should go as a hacker. However, I managed in the first sort of 15-ish hours to buy a legendary cyber deck, and you should most definitely do the same if you can. I, for example, am using the Raven Micro Cyber Mark IV deck, and you may notice a very important little effect on this, which increases the quick hack spread distance by 60%. So this is going to affect how far our poison will spread. It's very important that you get this one. Now, other cyberware I can recommend is the Tyrosine Injector, which increases the amount of time you have for breach protocol, the memory boost, which instantly gives you back RAM upon killing an enemy, and also the visual cortex support and limbic system enhancement, which increase crit damage and crit chance respectively. Now, early on, there are better hacking focused ones to use instead of the crit ones. However, once we unlock the perk Critical Error in the quick hack perk tree, you'll want to get those 2 crit focused cyberware, because together you just get some insane results. Also, I just want to throw out there that the monowire looks really cool and increases in damage with the cool stat, so you may as well go and use that for fun. But now that's the important cyberware discussed, let's get into all the essential perks that this build will utilize. Let's first start with Breach Protocol, which is going to help you breach enemy networks at the start of battle and help expose some widespread vulnerabilities, reduce RAM costs, and deactivate cameras and turrets and such. So we want Mass Vulnerability, which reduces physical resistance of all enemies in the network by 30% for 3 minutes, but I don't bother with the second rank, which extends the time from 3 to 6 minutes, because most of the time the job is done way before 3 minutes anyways. Big Sleep is also handy for deactivating cameras for 3 minutes, as well as Turret Shutdown, which disables security turrets for 3 minutes. Once again, don't bother with the second ranks, that's just my opinion, but I feel like you just don't need the extra time. Mass Vulnerability Resistances is also a great perk, which reduces all enemy resistances by 30%, and then also Mass Vulnerability Quick Hacks is absolutely vital, because now enemies in the network that you've breached will take 30% more damage from all your quick hacks. Head Start makes the whole breach protocol process much easier by automatically uploading the first daemon, aka the first breach effect, and the perk Compression also reduces the lengths of the sequences required to upload demons, which essentially just helps to make breach protocol even easier. Now, Efficiency both ranks is a good pick because for 5 minutes after successfully breaching with 3 or more daemons, RAM recovery rate is increased by 6 per minute, and this whole effect lasts for 5 minutes. Total Recall and Totaler Recall both are great, and they reduce all quick hack costs by 1 each, giving you a total reduction of 2 to everything. Now, Cloud Cache is a beauty of a perk. Completing a breach protocol reduces the RAM cost of your next quick hack by 2 times the number of demons uploaded. So, if you successfully do a breach protocol where you manage to upload 3 demons, then you will get a -6 RAM cost to your next quick hack, which can make a massive difference when unleashing a wave of hacks to enemies. Okay, so all of those perks in Breach Protocol are going to set you up for success when you initiate with a Breach Protocol and screw with enemies' networks. Now it's time for you to unleash some hacks. Bloodware is essential, and at 3 ranks, it boosts quick hack damage by 30%, and since quick hacks are our main damage dealers, it's a good investment. Biosynergy is one of the first perks I would recommend any new hacker playthrough get, because it allows you to recover RAM in combat every 60 seconds, vital for prolonged boss fights or engagements where stealth has failed. At 3 ranks, it gives you back 12 RAM every 60 seconds. Forget Me Not is an amazing perk because if you kill a target affected by a quick hack, then you get 1 RAM back. So when you use Contagion and instantly kill like 5 enemies, you get 5 RAM back just like that. Daisy Chain makes it so that when you kill an enemy affected by a quick hack or killed with one, at 3 ranks it will reduce all other active cooldowns of quick hacks by 50%. Diffusion is vital for this playstyle. Quick spread distance is increased by 2 times, allowing us to get more people caught in the contagion wave. Mnemonic reduces cost of all quick hacks of an enemy already affected by a quick hack by 2 units. So say you're fighting a tough character who's affected by contagion, but you can see it won't kill him outright. Well, you can quickly hit him with a synapse burnout or short circuit with a reduced cost to make sure the job is finished. Optimization just reduces all quick hack costs by 1 RAM, and next we have Amnesis, which at 3 ranks makes it so you can actually never go lower than 4 RAM, which means you can pretty much always have a hack to do instead of being completely depleted. Now, this next one is a massive incentive for a stealth-oriented playstyle. Subliminal Message makes quick hacks deal 100% more damage to unaware targets, so you're gonna do double damage if they don't detect you, so stay hidden for max effect. Signal Support, both ranks, increases quick hack duration by 50%, which helps Contagion a lot, letting the poison last longer. Plague is also an amazing perk for Contagion because it makes it so quick hacks that spread can jump to an additional 3 targets. And the final important perk in the quick hack tree is Critical Error, which allows quick hacks to now deal critical hits based on your crit damage and crit chance. This is the perk which makes a massive difference, allowing us to take advantage of the high crit damage from the cool attribute, as well as the cybernetic enhancements that I mentioned before. Now, once you have that high intelligence and you've racked up a bunch of these perks, you can see how Cold Blood is going to add a lot to this playstyle. First, I just want to talk about stealth for a moment. The cool stat will help our stealth a fair bit, but there are also a few essential perks here. Crouching Tiger increases crouched movement speed by 20%, and I'd recommend this very early on in the game as it just makes stealth way more comfortable, but the other 2 perks in the stealth tree won't really be relevant until high intelligence and lots of intelligence perks are gained. Strike from the Shadows is one such example, and it increases your crit chance by 15% when sneaking, but this is only really useful when we have the critical error perk from the Quickhack tree, which allows our Quickhacks to even do crits in the first place. The other awesome perk in stealth is the Neurotoxin perk, which deals double damage from poison, aka double our contagion damage. But that's about it for stealth. Now let's look at the great perks from Cold-Blooded. Cold Blood is the main perk you need here because it makes it so after defeating an enemy you gain Cold Blood for 10 seconds, which increases your movement speed by 2%, and at 3 ranks it stacks up to 3 times. But movement speed isn't the thing we want here, we just want the stacks. As you upgrade your cool stat, you'll want to get Unbreakable and Coldest Blood, which boosts the number of stacks by 1 each, giving you a potential 5 total. Bear with me a second, all will be explained soon. You will also want Cold and Calculating, which makes it so landing a critical hit has a 25% chance of applying a stack of Cold Blood. This is easy to accomplish with Contagion and the critical error perk. And Coagulant makes it so that the Cold Blood stacks run out one at a time rather than all at once. So what does all this do? Well, we need to invest 2 perk points into Frosty Synapses, which reduces Quickhack cooldowns by 5% per stack of Cold Blood, and Quick Transfer at 2 ranks, which reduces upload time by 2% per stack of Cold Blood. So when we enter the area, applying Contagion instantly to get some crits and kills, we're going to get max stacks of Cold Blood really quick, giving us a 25% reduction in Quickhack cooldowns and an increase of 10% upload time, which makes all the difference, especially when you're using things like Cyberpsychosis or Suicide. And from there you can also invest in some of the resistance and armor-based perks that increase with your stacks of Cold Blood, just to beef the hell out of your character if you do ever want to jump out into the open and fight for fun. So now let's just explain the playstyle, but by now you should have a pretty good idea by watching the gameplay. Enter the enemy area, apply Breach Protocol, which is going to take down their defenses, apply Contagion, watch that spread everywhere, use Shock Circuit or Synapse Burnout to finish off targets that only have a little bit of health remaining, and on the really tough targets you can hit them with a Suicide Quickhack or Cyberpsychosis if you want them to help take out their own allies. But to be honest, the Breach Protocol, then Contagion, plus Synapse Burnout or Short Circuit for stragglers is a super effective strategy. You can always pop a shot off from your gun if you like, or play around with the monowire, but ultimately this is a build where you don't have to worry about weapons. This is the ultimate hacker experience in my opinion, and a super fun way to play the game. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you enjoy yourself playing this build. My name is Scott from FudgeMuppet. Like the video and subscribe for more Cyberpunk content. Thanks again, and I'll be back to nerd out with you again next time.